Good evening, friends. Welcome, Baba, Swati, and Kanta to today's session. Swati, there's no need to be depressed. Things will take a good turn. All we have to do is just be a little bit more patient. Good evening, friends. Thank you for all the messages, comments, and posts that you have been sending me. It's your active involvement that makes us share news that is normally hidden by the mainstream media. There will be times when we are low, and there will be times when we are high. We need to keep the same mood in the case of Sushant Singh case, because otherwise, if we go down, then we do not, contribute in our, support of the SSR case. And don't forget, tomorrow is a very special day. It's Sushant Singh's birthday. Please celebrate it in whichever way you can, small or big, to remind everyone that we will not rest till this wonderful soul gets justice. On my part, I will light a diya for him. Today, we start with the SSR case. Reports that claim CBI has reached a conclusion in the SSR death case are erroneous and speculative, CBI said. In the wake of reports that the CBI has finished its probe into the death of the Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput, the probe agency confirmed that the probe is still going on. These are just rumors to, divert your attention. In the second bit of news, a video surfaced showing SSR's interview from 2015 admitting to being claustrophobic, which has surfaced on the internet according to National Herald India. The video surfaced online after Sushant's girlfriend and actress, girlfriend they say, but just a partner, Riya Chakravarti claimed that Sushant felt claustrophobic in flights and had to take medication for it. Her statement was denied by several people, and people on social media as well voiced their negation on this. In the video, it shows SSR confessing that he had claustrophobia, and he revealed this in an episode of Z Cafe's talk show, Look Who's Talking with Niranjan Iyengar, in the second season of the show. The episode was aired in November 2015. Sushant's confession comes in sections of the show where he plays the game of two truths and a lie. Sushant said three facts about him, one of which was a lie. The actor mentioned claustrophobia, sleeping for 6 hours a day, and being a terrible singer. He then revealed that the second fact was a lie. The lie is that I sleep for 6 hours a day. I have insomnia, so I can't sleep for more than 2 hours a day, he said. Vitrati later proved that claustrophobia thing was wrong by posting a throwback video on Twitter where the actor can be seen flying his expensive Boeing 737 fixed-base flight simulator, which he had purchased in 2018. Many videos and stories will surface, friends, maligning this actor so as to change people's opinion about him. It's the same gang that is always working continuously to malign Arnab and Kangana as well. The more people find out the truth, the more exposed these treacherous people become. And in fact, a lot of the stars and the directors and the producers are very now wary of public opinion because the theaters are empty, and the OTT platforms, they're not getting many likes as well. Not many people are watching their movies. So the trump card is in your hands, friends. Public has proved their steadfast faith in SSR, Arnab, and Kangana, despite these attempts. And my request is to continue to believe in this and wait for the judgment to come out. We are all fighting for the same cause. Don't be disheartened. Meanwhile, Kangana Ranaut claims her Twitter account has been restricted. It's not very surprising because for me, my Twitter account has remained at around 55,000 followers for looks like ages. They control voices that they don't want to hear. They control the voices that say the truth. So Kangana is facing what most of us are facing in Twitter, and that's why we are looking for an option in Twitter. A few hours after she said this, Suspend Kangana Ranaut started trending. Kangana stated that the Liberals reported her account to Chacha Jack Dorsey, Twitter's co-founder and CEO. In the following tweet, Kangana wrote that she will exit the virtual world if Twitter suspends her and will show the real Kangana Ranaut in the real world. Kangana was criticized for her now deleted tweet as it violated Twitter rules. Twitter rules seem to be laid as and when it pleases Jack and his team. So, where she said, because even Lord Krishna forgave 99 mistakes of Yashupala, Pehle Shanti, Fir Kranti. Silence must be followed by revolution. Time to take their heads off. Jai Krish, Shri Krishna. I don't know how this offended Twitter, who would not even be reading any of our historical books. Kangana is currently in Madhya Pradesh shooting for a movie, Dhakat. The actor's meeting with the state's chief minister, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, had become a talking point. The leader had praised her for making a film on social issues and women entrepreneurs. This and yeah, moving on to Partho. This case is so, it gets more strange and almost bordering on the weird. Former BARC CEO Partho Dasgupta was denied bail despite deteriorating health condition, says Republic News. You know, the problem is that he has diabetes and they don't seem to understand what he's undergoing. Partho Dasgupta was arrested by the Mumbai police on December 24th for his alleged involvement in the TRP scam. He was in police custody till December 31, after which he was remanded to judicial custody for 2 weeks. On Wednesday, a Mumbai Sessions Court rejected the bail plea of former Chief Executive Officer CEO of BARC, Partho Dasgupta, in connection with the fake TRP scam. According to the reports, Special Public Prosecutor Shishir Hire, appearing for Maharashtra, opposed the bail plea, claiming that Dasgupta had misused his position as CEO of BARC for personal gain. He added that former BARC CEO's conduct amounted to tainting the sanctity of the post he held. The Mumbai police arrested Partho Dasgupta on December 24th for his alleged TRP scam involvement. He was in police custody till December 31st, after which he was remanded to judicial custody for 2 weeks. He is currently admitted at the JJ hospital by Taloja officials, presumably, and is in a very critical condition. Referring to the dubious leaked chats allegedly released by the Mumbai police to select media houses, the SPP contended that Goswami and Dasgupta had conspired to manipulate the TRPs of Republic TV channels. Advocate Shardul Singh, appearing for Dasgupta, informed that the court that Partho Dasgupta's health was fragile and it would deteriorate further, leading to a diabetic coma if he continues to stay in custody. Singh reiterated that the highest decision-making body at BARC was the board and that Dasgupta was not a member of that board. Responding to Hire's claim that Dasgupta had violated the sanctity of the post and the organization, Singh said that there are no complaints alleging cheating or criminal breach of trust by the advertisers. Singh also reiterated that other accused were granted bail and some were even granted anticipatory bail, even though the investigation was supposedly at a nascent stage. However, Mumbai police had not challenged any of these orders. Dasgupta had approached the Sessions Court after Chief Metropolitan Magistrate had rejected his bail application. The former BARC CEO had rejected the Mumbai police's allegations that he had misused his position as CEO to manipulate TRPs and submitted that he had no control over the data as it was collected and provided by the Hansa Research Company. It is important to note that the former BARC CEO's family has accused Maharashtra government of carrying out custodial torture against Partho Dasgupta to implicate Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami falsely. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, does not cease to surprise anyone. He is a great one to make huge promises and never keep them. In this case, the family of the Delhi police constable who died of COVID-19 is yet to receive the 1 crore promised by Kejriwal. Kumar died from the virus on May 5th, following which his wife Pooja and their 3-year-old son had all tested positive for contagion. 13 days after his demise, while Pooja was in a quarantine center, she came to know that she is pregnant as per reports. Amit always said, if we had a daughter, we'll name her Annie. So I kept it as her nickname. I've also decided on her real name, Ojasvi, his wife said. Pooja was discharged on Monday. While the family is elated with the addition of a new member, they are still waiting for the ex gratia of rupees 1 crore promised by the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal at the time of Amit's death. Kejriwal had taken to Twitter to acknowledge the sacrifices made by the Delhi police and declared that a compensation of rupees 1 crore will be granted to Kumar's family. Now let us wait and see if he ever, fulfills this promise. Meanwhile, the Bhatts are one family that perpetually speaks of healing mental illness and bipolar disorders. The latest news is that Pooja Bhatt's confession that she has successfully battled alcoholism in the past, but that after a long time, she wanted to grab a bottle and drink it. But she managed to control the urge, saying that healing is a constant process. Now, why aren't we surprised with this family? Today, while watching the outgoing US President Donald Trump leaving the White House with Melania Trump, I felt a sense of sadness that a fine president was forced to leave. This was an hour prior to the inauguration day of President elect Joe Biden and Vice President elect Kamala Harris. On Monday evening, he taped a final message from the Blue Room of the White House, taking through several achievements that he believes would define his administration. The outgoing president released a video on Tuesday, followed by pardons and commutations released on early Wednesday morning. The batch of 73 pardons and 70 commutations issued in the final hours of his presidency included former aide Steve Bannon and rapper Lil Wayne. Trump would become the first departing US president since 1869 to refuse to attend their successor's inauguration. Trump will be in Florida when Biden and Harris will be sworn in at noon, at which point he will no longer be president of the US. We'll wait to see what USA has in store for them in the shape of President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. It's a wrap up for now. Thank you, friends, and a good night before I leave, friends.